Like the video and subscribe right now, or this huge cat will puke on your bed. This girl who rescued a dog. He forgot to turn off the flash. A child ripped up their allowance because he wasn't happy with the amount. His mom walked out of her room and saw this. What would you do if this was your child's behavior? Keep it and give him a piece of it anytime he asks for money or mayo. Chinese spy Shi Peipu masqueraded as a woman and used a 20-year-long Shrekshit affair with a French diplomat to steal intelligence. He even purchased a child and convinced the diplomat it was his. The cable guy installed the cable through the hula hoop that we left out. I have no words. As an actual fat person, genuinely, how are we supposed to feel seeing this? Watching it in person remind the whole world that one of their biggest fears is being fat is looking like me. Demonizing the word fat while never having the experience of living in a fat body. Fat phobic. I'll stare directly at the sun, but never in the mirror. Someone has now stolen my car battery, lol, I'm so tired. Can I please catch a break? Please do not call the police. You could put a Bitbook's life at risk by causing a police interaction. Just buy a new battery. No one said anything about race. Well, we all know it wasn't a white person who took it. Whoever took it was in need. It's not like they are stealing diamonds. I thought the personalized message was for the delivery driver, not the AirPods. Leave in the back garden if I'm not there. It's true. The 1/3 pounder burger failed in America cause they thought quarter pounders were bigger. Yeah, cause they are. 1/3 is more than 1/4. 0.33 is more than 0.25. What are those signs? This is the school lunch policy in North Carolina. So if the students don't have money, they can't eat. Credit to the OP who posted the picture and thank you for doing so. I wish I had different news to share, but starting Tuesday, November 1st, 2022, high schoolers will no longer be allowed to charge in cafeteria whatsoever. If they get to the register, don't have enough money on their account, and can't come up with the money, the cashier is to take their plate. Unless they come back with the money, the tray will have to be thrown away, unless they are IW item that can be saved. We will briefly discuss this in the managers meeting on Monday, but I wanted you to know this is official, as many of you probably already heard. Thank you, David. Is there anything more depressing than left-wing architecture? Homelessness. In Wisconsin, a man was celebrating Halloween by dressing up as Hitler. Influencer refuses to talk to his own family because they are not famous. Trying to forget the moment this afternoon when my barber asked, "Are you having fun?" And I said yes, but he was talking to his daughter who was filling in a coloring book. Here goes my hope in humanity. Girl mistakes exam cheater's love letter. Her family kills Class 5 boy in Beha. A 12-year-old boy was allegedly chopped to death by the brothers of a girl who mistook a cheat he threw in examination hall for love letter in Beha's Bojpa. Police recovered the Class 5 student's body parts near railway tracks. 4 juveniles and adult family members were apprehended. Youths were sent to jail and juveniles were sent to remand homes. My daughter is 9 months old. I'm so frustrated. Her cognitive level is like a 5 months old. The only words she has said is ma or mom. Basically only MMMs. She doesn't mimic. She doesn't grasp anything I teach her. She doesn't try any syllables, not even GGGs or DDDs. I've taught her sign language since 4 months old, and she still won't grasp it. I'm exhausted from having to guess every day what this child needs. It's beyond exhausting. She just won't use her words and proceeds to throw fits when I can't figure out what she wants in that moment. My husband has had 3 days in our 6-year relationship. He had a secret laptop he was using to binge porn while he worked out of town, but hasn't had access to it in about a year. His phone is on lockdown. No internet browser, no social media, everything protected by a password I put on. Even our iPad is locked and doesn't leave the house. I don't work, so I doubt he could use one of our TVs without me noticing. He keeps a body cam on him. I check every day while he's at work and drives truck, so it's not like he has work Wi-Fi. He doesn't stay overnight out of town ever anymore. I'm posting all this because I keep seeing stories of how when others' husbands quit PMO they changed. They got more empathetic, kind, attentive, remorseful, wanted frequent shreks. Mine just got even more cold and mean. He's never stopped lying. He doesn't care how badly this triggered my PTSD or comfort me when I cry. He's just mad he can't wander around grocery stores when he wants, or smoke pot all the time. He never wants to answer my questions, and gets so defensive and runs away. Can you see any possible way he could still be using? Is he just a narcissist? Happy 130th birthday to the legend that started it all, J.R.R. Tolkien. Do you have permission to use that image? The children at my son's elementary school have started referring to me as a Karen and mocking my chic hairstyle. Is there anything I can do in the way of legal action to prevent this? I'm deeply offended. Welp. Posting a question about suing 8-year-olds is probably the wrong way to beat the stereotype. Finally got approved. If you're looking to get a loan with little to no credit, try Bright Lending. You're approved for funding. Loan amount $800. Deposit date Tuesday, May 17th, 2022. Repayments 22 payments of $203.40. Bi-weekly. First payment due Friday, May 27th, 2022. Can I get another 100 donors from Twitter tonight? We must defeat socialism. Contribute $35, $11, or just $2. If everyone contributes a small amount of their income, we can pool all the resources together to defeat socialism. I feel sorry for OP of this post. Girl I have a big crush on said she won't date me because mixed babies cause genetic problems. This Asian girl in my class is one of my good friends and I really started to have a big crush on her. I feel like I'm falling in love with her. I told her I liked her and wanted to be more than friends. She not only rejected me, but told me that the reason we can never work out is because I'm black and the black race makes messed up babies. She said that black children end up having mental illnesses or something wrong with them. She doesn't want her kids to come out stupid or dumb because she said statistics show that black people are not smart and aren't successful. She even pointed out that I don't even have a real family because my dad left me before I was born. She said a single mother cannot raise kids and black moms have the highest single motherhood rates, and that statistics show school shooters for the most part never had dads, or the daughters end up also being single mothers, addiction problems and all this other stuff. She said statistically black babies have high C-section rates and C-section babies are less valuable. She said I need to stay in my race so I don't break more families that are actually valuable to society. All the hurt so much hearing, and I see her in class tomorrow too. I didn't know this is how she felt about me. She was so nice to me. I wasn't expecting any of this. I don't know what to do. I never responded back to her message because I was embarrassed. NFT purchase by Logan Paul for $623,000 is now worth $10. More trains seems like a great idea. Oh, wait. I just checked the calendar and it's the 21st century, not the 19th century. Trains are a dumb idea. My mistake. These are paintings by Sato Ombly, one of the most expensive contemporary artists. The price of these paintings ranges from $2 million up to $75 million. When I used to make such paintings at our home, my mother used to punish me. Tonight, I stopped at the Wilder Monument in Chickamauga Gap, which honors the Confederate soldiers of the Wilder Brigade. I will always defend our nation's history. Men shaming Doja Cat for having normal boobs worries me. It's kinda how women shame men for having average penis sizes. It's kinda how men shame women for nose size, lip size, areola size, areola color, areola shape, boob size, waist size, ass size, cellulite, acne, body hair, having a mons pubis, the color of your labia minora majora, the shape of a woman's genitals, etc. Lip size. The duck is a labia and a minora and a majora. You just inventing words at this point. Batman could not have gotten this out, Tammy. I'd rather have bad times with you than good times with anyone else. When he's a 10, but he accidentally got my mom pregnant when I was out of town and they are keeping it, so now I don't know if he's my boyfriend or stepdad. The Indian restaurant I work for is so secretive I had to sign a legal agreement that I wouldn't share the flatbread recipe. Just their standard non-disclosure agreement. Google it. You spelled non-disclosure wrong, by the way. Money will not fix all your problems. Bitch, no offense, but money would solve literally every single one of my problems. Like all of them. I don't have a single problem that money wouldn't immediately solve. Business. Pepsi has sued 4 Indian farmers $150,000 each for growing the type of potato used in the chips of its Lay's brand. What stage of capitalism is it when massive corporations can sue poor people for growing food? LMAO, my table tipped me nothing on a $65 tab. I found her ID on the table and threw that jawn in the trash. It's $30.50 for a replacement. This could have been avoided with a $10 tip, bitch. Heartmain, 17, was so fed up with his sister's flowery candles a few years ago that he decided to make his own. He created cans, candles with rugged smells like campfire or coffee that come in soup cans. To collect the cans, Heart buys soup and donates the contents to homeless shelters. He sells his candles online, and to date he has provided 80,000 meals to soup kitchens in 4 states. I'm not behind this. Still a white boy reinforcing gender stereotypes. I don't give a crap how good of a person he is. I'm pretty sure there are some rapists out there who have donated to charities or done something good. Hitler's family probably thought he was a great person. Misogyny is still misogyny. Did you just compare a 17-year-old boy who fed the homeless to Hitler? This white lady said I look unapproachable, which pissed me off because she approached me to tell me that. Just read a client's contract for them, and the landlord has written a clause that bans spices and oils in all cooking. Imagine thinking you had the right to ban flavor from someone's life. I'm bold, confident, demanding, highly productive, extremely intelligent, and wildly successful. I'm an alpha male. I'm paycheck to paycheck. I make $350,000 a year, but have $88,000 in student loans, $170,000 in car loans, and a mortgage. I pay $4,500 a month. If my baby girl is breastfed, will her odds of being lesbian increase? How do I make it stop? My wife and I just had a girl. Our first was a boy. He is now 3 years old, and he was breastfed. I had no problem with the breastfeeding. Now with the baby girl, I figured she would be breastfed too. I had no problems with that until I saw her being breastfed. It's been about 2 weeks and I can't get rid of this feeling that she's going to turn out to be lesbian. She really attacks my wife's boobs more so than my boy when he was a baby. It just doesn't seem right, and I can't help but wonder if this is how lesbians are made. I fear she will be lesbian if she isn't bottle fed. Does anyone have any advice or experience here? Is this an act of lesbianism? Should I stay pissed at my wife for what she's doing to my child? The arguing is getting intense. I hate the idea of someone's being forced in my baby girl's face. My boyfriend got another woman pregnant and had been spoiling her throughout the pregnancy. Went all out with baby's luxurious needs and organized damage payments. On that week he blocked me. He done all of this behind my back, all to find out he's not the father. I'd rather date someone who ducks animals than someone that eats them. People who leave their phones set to military time are ducking war criminals. How do you look at 1605 and go, wow, I can understand that? Ducking bootlickers. What's next? You gonna go join the army? Recruit me? Americans be like, okay, I can't count past 12 actually. I made a birthday cake for my boyfriend, but I forgot how old he was turning. You've aged. What 3rd grade children in China are learning? What 3rd grade children in India are learning? What 3rd grade children in the United States are learning? Volkswagen told us that they supported our right to protest, but they refused our request to provide us with a bowl to urinate and defecate in a decent manner while we are glued and have turned off the heating. People in support can't get out of the building. Imagine being an American child. Your mother is forced to give birth to you regardless of her capacity to raise you. In daycare you're abused by the very people charged with caring for you. All through school you have to fear for your life, doing active shooter drills, and keeping DNA identification kits in your locker. If you're lucky enough to survive and get into college, you're saddled with crippling debt that you will likely never get out from under. Will get a job that pays so poorly you won't be able to afford to buy a house or raise a family, and then the moment you get sick you'll be made bankrupt by medical debt. Oh, congratulations on all your freedom, though. I told my husband I wasn't in the mood last night. This is what I found in my underwear drawer this morning. I had a consultation with a local company to paint their logo on their wall. I asked what the budget was. They looked at each other and said, I thought you did it for the art. I wasn't told we'd have to pay. Bruh, you think anyone sits around painting corporate logos for fun? Check out this sweet IBM logo I just sketched. Climate protesters glue themselves to Porsche Museum, but needed to go potty. Staff simply left, turning off heat and lights, rather than calling the police. 1 egg a day lowers your risk of type 2 diabetes. Controversial study says it promotes fatty acids that protect you from the disease. Eating just 1 egg a day increases your risk of diabetes by 60%, study warns. Hey, I like your beard. Thanks. You can sit on it anytime you want. That's on me. I walked right into that one. So, I'm going to be very straightforward with you. I'm in town this week for work. I think you're really attractive, and I'd like to hook up with you. I'm also married, and looking to play in secret. What are my chances? So that's a funny way of saying I'm cheating on my wife. Men like you disgust me. Zelda. I know she's from a game. I don't play video games. And I have no issues about representation, but making Zelda a girl is a bit too much. They're overreaching. It is a bit hilarious that humans rapidly evolved these massive brains, only to become the first species to go extinct due to stupidity. Budget airline wants to remove all the seats from its planes and make passengers stand. What's next? We gotta push the damn plane to build up speed on the runway? LGBFJB. 37 to 57 age preferred. No vaxxed people. No face tattoos. No felons. No single dads. No divorcee or widowers. No liberals. No Biden supporters. No atheist. Straight males only. Compatible with ENFP, ENTJ, and ENTP personalities. Me. Pro-life. Conservative. INTJ personality. Message before ad. 5 feet 10 female mixed race. Not Ovid vaxxed. I do not consent to meeting up or dating Ovid vaxxed individuals. No kids. Gun and car owner. If my BO triggers you, Toodaloo mother ducker. I find it so offensive that you are literally appropriating Chinese culture in your goddess outfit. It's so insulting to all the Chinese people and their culture. I advise you make a new design before you get cancelled. I'm literally Chinese. This my favorite song out right now. Welp. A 20-year-old student was sentenced to prison for lying about being raped by football players, then rolls her eyes during sentencing. A poverty-stricken family can't afford to send their twins to higher education. They ask the boy to become an apprentice to a village mechanic. They ask the girl to get married so her husband can take care of her. The girl will now come and say women are being oppressed. If the earth is globe, then how come there is zero scientific evidence for it except name calling and CGI? There is zero scientific evidence which proves that we are on a globe except CGI and fake images. Large bodies of water such as oceans and lakes cannot curve around a ball. All rivers flow down. All frozen lakes are flat. Scientific evidence proves that we are on a stationary flat plane and the sky is a solid dome. 2 private rockets launched from Nevada hit the sky dome. All stars and so-called planets are tiny lights under the dome. The sun and moon are the same size and rotate on the plane of Earth. We are surrounded by a 200 feet ice wall. There is more land, oil, gas, gold and all kinds of natural resources beyond the wall, but due to the Antarctic Treaty no private entity is allowed to go further than the wall. Even flights are not allowed there unless pre-authorized, and even then only allowed in a small area near the wall. Let's play a game. You can have any superpower. What superpower will you choose? Featured comment. Ryan. Me. Hey, do atheists go to hell? Got, no. Me. How about people who actually like Boku no Pico? Got, straight to hell. To the boiler room of hell. All the way down. Me. But, that makes me happy. If you want to be featured in the next video use hashtag dankness.